Hello friends, today's topic is resistance and resistivity. So we will discuss one by one what is resistance and what is resistivity, and we will also find out the difference between them. So first of all, we will read about what is resistance. The resistance word, from this word you can find one thing that is called resist. What is the meaning of resist? Resist means to oppose. So what happens, this word is normally used when current flows through a conductor. So if you take a metallic wire, let this is a metallic wire, and if its two end is connected to a cell, then you know the current flows from positive end to negative end. And as we have discussed earlier that actually the charges flow, the electrons flow which constitute the current, and the direction of current and direction of flow of electron is just opposite. So if the current is flowing through this, the electron flow will be from this side. This will be the flow of electrons. So student, when these are the electrons which flow from negative end to positive end. So what happens when the negative charged electron flows from one end to another end? So as you know that a solid wire is pegged with atoms, and when any electrons moves, when a free electron moves, it collides with other atoms, other positive charge ions, and also some other electrons. So these collision will oppose the movement of electrons from this end to this end. So this opposing force which prevent the flow of electrons is known as resistance. It means the resistance is a property of a conductor which oppose or resist the flow of electrons or flow of current through it. So it is just like the frictional force comes to play when any object rubbed with another object. You know, when an object move over another object, a frictional force comes to play which opposes the motion. Exactly same thing. Resistance also a opposing force which prevent the flow of electron or flow of charges through the conductor or through the metallic wire. So we can define this resistance as that resistance is a property, it is a property of a conductor or a substance, you can also write. Is a property by which it opposes, that is resist, the flow of charges through it. So the charges means electron. So it is the property of a conductor by which it opposes the flow of charges through it, or to opposes or flow of charges current. So you can also define it that it is the property of a conductor by which it opposes the flow of current through it. So this resistance, the formula of resistance, it is actually we have taken from the Ohm's law. We have discussed about the Ohm's law. According to Ohm's law, you know, according to Ohm's law, V equal to IR. So from here we can find out the value of R as V upon I. V means potential difference or voltage, I is the current. So if you divide potential difference with current, then you will find R. R is the symbol which is given for the resistance. And we know the SI unit of resistance is the SI unit is ohm, which is written as, the symbol is omega. So it is pronounced as omega, but it is a Greek letter and you have to write the symbol like this. This is the symbol for ohm. And if you find out the definition of 1 ohm, so I can write 1 ohm equal to 1 volt by 1 ampere. So if in a conductor 1 volt is potential difference is maintained between the two ends and 1 ampere current is flowing through it, then the resistance of the wire will be 1 ohm. This will be the definition of 1 ohm. Then we'll read about the factors of resistance. So what are the factors on which resistance depends? Actually, the resistance depends on 4 factors. That is factors of resistance. So it has 4 factors actually. The first one is length of the conductor. Length of the conductor. And if we take the symbol L, so it is resistance R is directly proportional to L. What is the meaning of directly proportional? It means if you write in sentence, resistance increases with increase in length of the conductor. If the length of the conductor increases, then resistance also increases. So for example, the length of a wire is 1 meter and its resistance is 5 ohm. So if we will make it 2 meter, the same size, same material, if it is 2 meter, then it becomes 10 ohm. Means if the length is increasing, length becomes double, R also becomes double. So this is the first factor. Then the second factor is area of cross section. Area of cross section of the conductor. So which we have taken as the symbol A. And it is found that the resistance is inversely proportional to the cross section, area of cross section of the conductor. What is the meaning of inversely proportional? It means if you increase the area of cross section or thickness, area of cross section means the thickness. If you increase the thickness, then resistance will decreases. So if you write in sentence, it will be resistance decreases with increase in area of cross section. So it means if we will take a wire, this is the area of cross section area, which we also in layman language we can say the thickness of the wire. If the thickness of air is A, say 1 meter square, and the resistance is, area is 1 meter square and the resistance is 10 ohm, then if we will make the area 2 meter square, the other things will remain same, the length, nature of the material. Then if the area now becomes 2 meter square, then the length will remain same, then the R will be just half of it. It means if it was previously 10, so it will become 5 ohm. So if you increase the area of cross section, then resistance will decrease. or just opposite, if you will decrease the area of cross section, resistance will increase. This is the second factor of resistance. Then the third factor is temperature of the conductor. So actually there is no such rule, means it is not any proportional symbol you can give between the temperature and resistance. Actually the resistance is affected by the temperature. So normally in pure metals, in metals the resistance increases with increasing temperature. It means particularly in pure metals like copper, aluminium, their resistance increases if you increase the temperature. But in case of alloy, you know, alloy is combination of two or more metals and non-metals. So in case of alloys, the resistance increases, but it is slightly increases with increasing temperature. If you increase the temperature of the alloy, the resistance will very slightly it will increase. Whereas in case of semiconductor, in that case actually just it becomes opposite. If you increase the temperature, then resistance will decrease. So it will depends on the materials. So there is no specific rule for the temperature. So in case of pure metals, resistance increases with increasing temperature, whereas in case of alloys it is also increases, but it is very slightly increases if temperature will increase. But in case of semiconductor it becomes opposite, the resistance decreases with increasing temperature. And then the last factor, that is the nature of the material of the conductor. The fourth one, nature of material of the conductor. It means the conductor is made up of any material, and which type of material it is made, means the conductor is made up of which type of material, that material will decide actually the resistance. It means that different materials has different resistances. For example, you know that alloys, as I have told now here that alloys, which is made up of two or more metals and non-metal, alloys have more resistance in comparison to the pure metals. So the pure metals have less resistance, whereas alloys have more resistance. So the what type of material the conductor is made up of, so that will decide the resistance of the conductor. For example, you can say the different metals are there. So for example, the silver, gold, copper, aluminium. So if you will compare that, silver have less resistance than copper. So it depends on the material. So the last factor is nature of the material of the conductor. So we have discussed the four factors. First one is length of the conductor, area of the cross section of the conductor, temperature of the conductor, and nature of material of the conductor. These are the four factors of resistance. Then we will come to the second part, that is resistivity. What is resistivity? So friends, as from the factors we got that resistance R is proportional to length. Similarly, we got that R is proportional to 1 by A. What is A here? A is area of the cross section. We get from factors of resistance. So in case of factors of resistance, we get that resistance R is proportional to L, and let the equation 1 and this is equation 2. So if you combining the equation 1 and 2, we get R proportional to L by A. Students, when you will combine these two, so the right hand side will just multiply to each other, L into 1 by A, that is R will proportional to L by A. So this is the combined equation of 1 and 2. So similarly, or if I will make in place of proportional symbol, if you put equal mark, then you have to multiply a constant to the right hand side. So here we multiply a constant which is called resistivity. So here I can write where rho is a resistance, rho is a constant called resistivity or specific resistance. So here I have multiplied a constant here, and this constant is called resistivity or specific resistance. Both are same, and this is the symbol of resistivity which we normally pronounce as rho. This is the pronounce of rho, and you have to give the symbol. It is also Greek letter, so you have to write the symbol in this way and you have to pronounce rho. So if you will find out the value of rho, then rho equal to R into A by L. So this is will be the formula for rho. Rho equal to R into A by L. So here R is resistance, A is area of cross section, and L is length of the conductor, whereas rho is resistivity or specific resistance. So we can get the formula in this way. Then if we will define this resistivity, what will be the definition of resistivity? So here the resistivity I can define in this way. Resistivity or specific resistance is the material's property which describes the resistance of the material having specific dimension. So this will be the definition of resistivity. Resistivity of is the material's property, the property of the material which describes the resistance of the material having specific dimension. What is specific dimension? It means you have to specify the dimension of the conductor. So see about this formula. So here actually if from this formula, as you know that rho equal to R into A by L. So now if I will take a wire or a conductor having length L and area cross section A and resistance R. So if we take the value, for example, length is now 1 meter and area cross section is 1 meter square, then the resistance, what will be the resistance of the conductor will be the resistivity. It means if we put here, if L is 1 meter, A is 1 meter square, area of cross section, then rho equal to R. Rho equal to R, because here the value of A is 1 meter, L is 1 meter square and L is 1 meter. So the rho will be 1 meter square by 1 meter. So if you cut the value, if you take only the value, then it will be rho equal to R. So it will be meter. So that will be the unit. It means the value of R and the value of rho will be equal when the length is 1 meter and area of cross section is 1 meter square. You can take also if length is 2 meter and area is 2 meter square, then also the value will cut and rho and R will become same. So I can define in this way also that resistivity of a conductor will be equal to its resistance if the length of conductor is 1 meter and area of cross section is 1 meter square. Then the resistance of the conductor will become resistivity, not the unit, only the value. The magnitude of resistance will be the magnitude of resistivity at that time when the length and area of cross section have the same value. So in this way you can define the resistivity. Then as I have told, the unit, as it is a property of a material, so it should have a SI unit, and the SI unit of rho is ohm meter, ohm into meter. So in symbolize it is written as omega m. So this is the SI unit of rho. And if we will find out the factors of resistivity or specific resistance. So we have discussed about the factors of resistance, but what will be the factors of resistivity? So it has only two factors. Number one, temperature. Two, nature of material of the conductor. Nature of the material of the conductor or the wire. These are the two factors on which specific resistance or resistivity depends. But it does not depend on length and area of cross section. It means it does not depend on L and A. So if you will make the length of the conductor or thickness of the conductor increases or decreases, the resistivity does not change, but it will change if the temperature of the material and the nature of the material if will change, then only resistivity changes. Whereas we have already discussed, if you will make the length double, the resistance become double, but if you will make the length of the wire double, resistivity will remain same, because resistivity does not depend on length and area of cross section. So remember student, these two things, length and area of cross section, actually these are the very important factors for resistance, but the resistivity does not depend on length and area of cross section. If you increase the area or if you increase the length, the resistivity of the wire remains same. So the overall, if we will make the difference between the resistance and resistivity, so we can, it will make the difference between resistance and resistivity. So it is the property of a conductor which opposes the flow of current or charge through it, whereas it is the property of material which describes the resistance of the material with specific dimension. This will be the definition. Difference. The second definition, second difference, it is denoted as R, whereas it is denoted as rho. Then the third difference you can write about the SI unit. SI unit is ohm, whereas SI unit is ohm meter. Then the third one is the factors. Resistance has, it has 4 factors, or you can write it depends on length and area of cross section of the conductor, whereas resistivity or specific resistance, it does not depend on length and area of cross section of the conductor. So these are the difference between the resistance and resistivity. So student, the specific resistance and which is known as also resistivity. According to the resistivity, we are actually dividing all the substances into 3 categories. So according to resistivity, we can divide all the substances into 3 categories. The first one is conductor. So conductor are the materials which have low resistivity. If the material have low resistivity, that is called conductor, and we are using it as a conductor. Then the second one is resistor. resistor have high resistance compared to resistivity compared to conductor. If the material which have high resistivity, that can be categorized into resistors. And the third one is insulator. And insulator has very high, or we can say infinitely high resistivity. So if the resistivity of the material is very high or infinitely high, then actually the current does not flow through it. That's why they are called as insulator. Whereas the resistor which have moderate amount of resistivity and conductor have very low resistivity. Normally we take the metals are pure metals are conductor, good conductor of electricity, copper, aluminium, iron, silver, they can be categorized under conductor. Whereas in case of resistor, we take the alloy like nichrome. It has a high resistivity. So some of the alloys which can be used as a resistor because they have high resistivity. And insulators have very high resistivity. So the rubber, the insulators in which current cannot pass through because of the high resistivity. So the rubber, wood, plastic, they can be categorized as the example of insulators. So this is the division of the substances into three categories according to the resistivity of the material. So this is all about the resistance and resistivity. So we will discuss the other topic in the next session. Till then, goodbye.